The first day of the Russian national figure skating team's test runs has started in Moscow. At the moment, the megasport stands are only half filled, and frankly speaking, the feeling of a great event, which Maxim Trenkov spoke about into the microphone, does not add up. However, it is unlikely that Trenkov or even our federation can influence this environment. As for the return to the ISU starts, enough has already been said about it, and there is nothing more to add. The most interesting aspect was the women's performances. Kamila Valieva's appearance on the ice is just an incredible bright event. She had a short program to the soundtrack I See Red Everybody an Outlaw from the melodrama 365 Days. And the entourage of the figure skater's performance is a bright red dress. The audience welcomed her the loudest. Finally, no lyrics in the short program, this time sexy blues. The new, mature, incredibly feminine girl took to the ice in a bright red dress, and what other color can be used for rolling under I See Red? Valieva managed to show cat-like plasticity, but at the same time avoided excessive vulgarity, which can easily slip into with such passionate music. We chose something new. I want to thank the coaches who suggested this option. They heard me, says Kamila. Kamila finished the program entirely in character, so much so that she stumbled next to the board, right in front of the place where acting FFCCR President Anton Sikirulidze, General Director Alexander Kogan and legendary coach Tatiana Tarasova were sitting. Many thanks to the coaches who heard me, Kamila noted after the rolling. Later in the mixta it turned out that the skater recently had problems with her eyesight. In August the skater suffered a retinal tear and only by early September returned to full training. Valieva had in her program a duple, triple flip, triple tool-up, triple lutz. Well, and a sea of applause during the rolling. Kamila Valieva, of course, professionally avoided questions and hints of legal disputes in CAS. Should the fans wait for me in the season? Let's take the next question. Let's try it this way. Does anything distract you from figure skating? I don't like your let's try. Well, we have figure skating now, September 16th to 17th, rentals. Then what's the goal for the season at least? The usual. I want to restore my physical health, to get back to the state when I will be happy that I showed results on the ice. I really wanted to enter this season with a quadruple. But, unfortunately, on August 16th at the routine checkup I was told that I had a retinal tear. I had to undergo laser coagulation. For 2 or 3 weeks I skated carefully. I didn't fully start jumping and training until September 6. Valieva's important surgery requires strict adherence to restrictions on lifting weights and back strain, even in everyday life. Therefore, she has a well-deserved respect. She was followed by Alina Gorbacheva, who received even more attention. She touched on the events of August 28, but apparently preferred to share information via telegram rather than answering questions. Alina shared her emotions about her performance at the rentals, expressing her joy and anticipation for this moment. She admitted that she had small flaws in the performance of the element in twine. She also addressed the issue of her comment where she called the coaches Gestapo. She explained that it was in response to one blogger who criticized her coaches, but she actually appreciated their support and help. Her mom was also present, but it doesn't affect her concentration on the ice. Alina was followed by Elizaveta Tuktamisheva, who expressed doubts about continuing the season, even without participating in international competitions. She supported the idea of creating an analog of the American Safe Sport Organization to protect children from violence and cruelty by coaches. She encouraged children to seek help if they encounter such problems. As for the current season, she observed that many are working on inertia as it is required. Everyone has done their programs, the judges have done their job, and now everyone is waiting to see what happens next. Adalia Petrosian rocked out to a Michael Jackson cut, and in this respect Tutberidze's staff hit the mark with the choice of music. The figure skater flew through the entire program from start to finish, but like her teammates, she didn't take any risks with the Ultra C. There will still be opportunities to make it harder during the season. Sophia Akateva, The reigning Russian champion opened the second warm-up with a performance of Aram Khachaturian legendary Masquerade. Such a waltz asks for easy skating, freedom, and celebration, and Sonia is still in the process of getting in shape. In the off-season the girl had a stress fracture. Not all elements have been restored yet. For example, Akativa made a cascade of 2 triple tool-ups. We need to add speed, and then the program will play in a new way. Veronika Vilina made her debut at the adult test skating. Again without risk, again betting on clean rolling. Can't Help Falling in Love performed by Diana Ankudinova is slowly becoming a classic of figure skating. There is nothing to complain about in terms of jumps, but as for the components and expression of the image, Veronika has to work on it with the coaching staff. Ksenia Sinitsina closed the girls' performance with a delicate nocturne. Such a classic suits the figure skater very well. She feels like a fish in water in her presentation. Another striking impression is the deep blue color of the dress, which suits Ksenia. None of the skaters in the short program did not go to the Ultra C, all are taking care, and it can be understood, at the control rolls do not put grades. Tarasova said that Trusova and Kondratyuk are no longer romantically linked. She is a little girl. Well, interesting, where she will perform, we'll come to see. Undoubtedly, the season will be interesting without them. What has Trusova become famous for? Her quadruple jumps. I'm sure she'll never do them again. That's because she's not practicing. I think she's done. Is her affair with Kondratyuk bothering her? Well, they've already ended their affair. As far as I know, they're no longer in a relationship. She just doesn't train because she has already decided something for herself, apparently, that she won't perform, Tarasova said. Mark Kondratyuk refused to answer a question about his breakup with Alexandra Trusova. Next question. The figure skater said at the mention of Alexandra's surname after rolling the short program at Megasport.